Good afternoon, I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. The headlines. Government suspends Kalumbila Town Council for allowing UPND officials to tour development. Defilement case involving 11-year-old girl of LUSAKA goes cold. And CSO son deliver petition to President EDGAR LUNGU. Details coming through after this. Msika is here. We have you all covered with just 150 kwacha. You can advertise every day from 17 hours to 18 hours. For a 30-second ad, get the benefit of selling your products and services on Msika. For more details, call our marketing department on +260 953 995099 +260 962 444-726 or +260 971 177 467. Email us on info@camnettvafrica.com. Terms and conditions apply. And other media news in detail. A consortium of civil society organizations have delivered a petition to President EDGAR LUNGU requesting him to institute a commission of inquiry into privatization. President LUNGU has since assured them that the inquiry will be instituted soon. The head of state says the inquiry will help put an end to this story. He says once illegalities are ascertained, those found wanting will be dealt with according to the law. Details in the following report.
Just when people thought the citizens are satisfied with the answers being given by the accused into the privatization scandal, a final blow has been hit. The privatization is clearly not a one-man show, but one name comes out prominent in this: United Party for National Development leader Hakainde Hichilema. The calls for the Commission of Inquiry into the privatization issue keeps resurfacing, but this time Forum for Democracy and Development leader Edith Nawakwi birthed the whole issue when she challenged Hakainde Hichilema to state his role into the privatization process. Thursday morning, President Lungu revealed that a commission of inquiry into this matter will be instituted to ascertain the accusations being leveled against certain people and to finally put this matter to rest. A consortium of civil society and students met President Lungu as they presented their petition with a call for him to institute this commission. Their wish has clearly been granted.
This matter has been on people's minds and the discussions have been held in various places. I've also had people pushing me on the subject matter, but like I said, the will of the people reigns supreme. The will of the people reigns supreme. Section 2 of the Inquiries Act allows me to set up a commission of inquiry. And I'm not obliged to consult anybody, but having heard the voices which have been across the country, north, south, east and west, throughout the country, I'll take time to reflect on this matter and I'll make a few consultations, because what you have given me is a petition of signatures without giving me terms of reference. So I'll have to sit with those who are well versed with the matter of privatization historically, and those are very well versed with the law, to tell me what will be the terms of reference for the commission, and also then we move in accordance with what the law provides. I think it's a matter of time. Thank you. It's a matter of time. So we have to put this matter to rest, and all those who are in it and are found wanting will have to answer to the people through the court of law. Whether people are sleeping or not doesn't matter. What is important is justice.
Presenting the petition to the head of state, Young African Leaders Initiative President Andrew Ntewewe says the Zambian people needs to know the truth about this matter.
To put a to a matter that has dogged us for a very long time. The matter that has dogged us for a long time, Your Excellency, is the matter of privatization. Your Excellency, what happened in the 1990s and the early 2000s was disgraceful. Yes. Companies were sold for a sum. Others were undervalued. What happened shamefully, Your Excellency, is that some individuals even formed companies and sold the companies.
The youths, led by leaders, marched from Freedom Park along Independence Road to State House. Sharon Kalimbula, Camnet News, Lusaka.
In other news, Local Government Minister Charles Banda has suspended the Kalumbila District Town Council for allowing the opposition United Party for National Development UPND to tour developmental projects in the district. Addressing the media Thursday, Dr. Banda explains that it was wrong for the council to allow the UPND near government projects while taking credit of the same works. Dr. Banda says the behavior of the councillors was aimed at discrediting government and the development it's doing. Recently, UPND National Chairperson Mtalana Lumango inspected developmental project in Northwestern Province, a situation described as illegal by the PF-led government. Meanwhile, Northwestern Province Minister Nathaniel Mubukwano has welcomed the development, saying it was long overdue.
The Minister of Local Government, Charles Banda, the custodian of all the councils across the country, has suspended Kalumbila Town Council for inviting the opposition to inspect government projects and take credit for. Dr. Banda told journalists that this behavior is unpatriotic, owing to the fact that councillors are being paid by government to whom they should be loyal to. He says government will not tolerate any indisciplined behavior and has warned the entire councils countrywide to stop politicizing government developmental projects. The minister hopes that this decision will serve as an example to other councils.
The action taken by some councillors to invite their political leaders for inspection of government projects in Kalumbila district tends to politicize the process of service delivery and needs to be censured. In so doing, there will be an equal platform in community participation, which is the yardstick of decentralization that is promoted by the Patriotic Front government. I need not to overemphasize that this action was illegal and will not be tolerated by the Patriotic Front government. If we don't take action now, it means everybody else will follow suit. There will be lawlessness, and people will always be misinforming the public. In view of the foregoing, colleagues, I now invoke the provisions of Section 56B of the Local Government Act No. 2 of 2019 to suspend Kalumbila Town Council forthwith, and hence all councillors will not perform their functions of the council for an initial period of 90 days. Other processes will follow, and we shall be informed accordingly.
And the minister has also called on Mufombwe Council to institute an ad hoc committee which should look into the video that has circulated where senior officers belonging to that council are seen fighting.
Opportunity to instruct Mufombwe Town Council to immediately constitute an ad hoc committee to investigate the fighting incident of officers that has been circulating in the social media, and also put corrective measures. I don't think we can entertain a situation where senior officers resort to exchanging blows instead of discussing, agreeing, disagreeing. When you start fighting, it means you have stopped thinking. And I don't think that is the way to go. And it's also very unfortunate, among the other issues, that people want to issue irresponsible press statements where they want to demean the government, they want to demean the higher authorities and so forth and so on.
Since both councils are in North-Western Province, Minister in charge of the province, Nathaniel Mubukwanu, has welcomed the directive given by the local government minister.
On the issue of discipline, particularly pertaining to Mufumbwe Town Council, the behavior of the vice chairperson of the council and the executive officer or chief executive officer there is unacceptable. Discipline is very cardinal. No matter how much our differences may be, we cannot resort to physical fighting. You know, Mufumbwe is a very rural place. To see high-ranking government officials resorting to exchanging blows in full view of every person that was there is totally unacceptable.
This is the third council to be suspended by Dr. Banda in 2 months, with the first being Kitwe and Lusaka city councils for alleged illegal land dealings. Sharon Kalimbula, Camnet News, Lusaka.
The case of defilement involving an 11-year-old girl of Lusaka's Kanyama compound has suddenly gone cold. The girl's father has disclosed that efforts to force the police to act on the suspects have not yielded any positives, as the police seem not to be interested in pursuing the case. The girl in question accused her 76-year-old grandfather of having defiled her on several occasions. According to the girl's own testimony, she explained that she confided in her class teacher, who also saw an opportunity to defile her. Medical reports indicated that indeed the girl had developed torn tissues around her genitals, but Furia's father is concerned with the fact that no action is being taken on perpetrators who have continued to roam the streets, while his daughter continues to suffer from the trauma of being sexually abused by people she trusted. The girl, who temporarily stopped going to school, has since started classes again.
Yeah, then with the teacher, yeah, coming out to see the Abuno, like the communion and an hour.
Okay.
That's the event that I took my soul. Now, wood. Then, you know, many kind of.
No.
No, I'm better with Vanatava. Could then angle. But many are not the report to police, so quite not go. And I come back to them to one of the police, not of Larawaya. So, Narero, so man, if you know when to me, now that man go to me a brand new and you could carry for me. These are the only someone life. At last, I was on the Kawaya. So, you have a minute to see how many of them
No.
Civil Society for Poverty Reduction (CSPR) is concerned about government's plan to migrate all beneficiaries under the Traditional Farmer Input Support Program (FISP) to the cost-effective e-voucher system over the medium term in 2021. Organization Executive Director Stella Mungaila says this change should be effective only when the existing challenges in the administration of e-voucher system has been addressed. She notes that though the total budget has increased by 12.8% from 106 billion kwacha in 2020 budget to 119.6 billion kwacha in 2021, the social sector budget share of the total national budget has reduced by 1%. She says the reduction in budget shares and minimal increase in allocations towards this critical sector is an indication of crowning of social sectors due to high debt servicing.
In the agricultural sector, government plans to migrate all beneficiaries under the Traditional Farmer Input Support Program, commonly known as FISP, to the cost-effective e-voucher system over the medium term. However, we must emphasize this planned migration should only be effected once the existing challenges in the administration of the e-voucher system have been addressed. Government has increased the health allocation by only 3% and the education allocation by less than 5%. This has translated into reduced budget shares from 8.8% to 8.1% for health and from 12.4% to 11.5% for education as compared to the 2020 budget shares. The reduction in budget shares and minimal increase in allocations towards these two critical sectors is an indication of the crowding out of social sectors due to high debt servicing. CSPR, therefore, reminds the government of the poor public service delivery that this situation may bring in the health and education sectors. This, I must also emphasize, will severely affect children, women, and the elderly, even as we seek to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic in 2021.
That news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News, but before we go, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Government suspends Kalumbila Town Council for allowing UPND officials to tour development. Defilement case involving 11-year-old girl of LUSAKA goes cold. CSO deliver petition to President EDGAR LUNGU. Well, that is all. Make sure you make a date with us this evening on our main bulletin desk at 19:30. I am Precious Nzeya Sakaleji. Thank you for joining me. Good afternoon.